Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are on my Japanese garden inspired island Bloom, and I have a big build today, like a big build. I don't know how I managed to cut it down to like 13 minutes, but I did. So yep, it's a big build and it's going to involve my house. But before we get stuck into today's build, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. Now let's get started with today's build. So you may notice there's a house down there and some water terraforming, and you might be thinking, whoa, what was that? Well, you didn't see that. I'm still working on that video, so yeah, just ignore that. Pretend you didn't see it. Pretend I didn't say anything either, because that's the best way. But it is Shino's house. But yeah, that video should be out at the end of the week, I hope, if I can get it done. Now to start this build off today, we are going to be doing some water terraforming. Now I've done a lot of water terraforming on this island at the moment, and I plan to do lots more. This is more than I've ever done, I feel, on any other island ever. So yeah, exciting. And we're of course going to be using that lovely Zen bridge. Now, like I said, this build is going to involve my house, but I wanted to be a little bit extra with it and make a really big elaborate walk up towards my house. So that's what we're going to be working on first. I was undecided what I wanted to do with my house at the end of this walkway, but don't worry, of course I did decide, because that's why this build has been posted. I ended up doing some more terraforming at the back and doing just staircase and stuff, and yeah, you'll see when we get to it, but it's very exciting. Now for this part here, the walkway, I wanted to make some little type of fake buildings, or I don't know what you would call them, but they're just kind of little walkways, I guess, with gazebos, and I used a pergola as well. And I didn't want them all to be the same. So apparently I used 3 pergolas and 1 gazebo. Don't know why I decided to do this, but I kind of like it. I like that one of them is different. And then as you can see, I've just scattered them like this. And we've got some of the wood coat underneath. We've got some cherry blossoms going around the edge. And then to kind of create the illusion of doors, I guess, or walls, I have used some simple panels. I've got these beautiful custom codes on the simple panels, which I have used before in a previous build on this island. But that brings me to the part of the video where I let you all know that all the codes that I'm using in today's video can be found listed in the description down below. So if you see any you'd like to use on your island, you'll find the MAs down there, along with some of the creators' socials that I could find as well. So go give them some love on their amazing designs. So now I'm just continuing with what I did on the pergolas on the left side and doing it on the right side now. And then we're going to work on filling in the gap areas. We're just basically going to be filling those in with bushes, trees and flowers, because I feel like that's the best thing to do. And like I said, this is a garden inspired island, so those things are perfect. Now we will be doing some water terraforming over here, and I was originally going to put another Zen bridge, but for some reason I decided not to, and I do a land bridge instead. Well, it's not a land bridge. It's more like just a walkway over the water, I guess. So is that a land bridge or is that a walkway? I don't know. But anyway, you'll see when we get to it. Now I just want to curve the river around to meet towards where we put that bridge just a minute ago, the Zen bridge. And it's just to give, you know, a little bit of shape to the water terraforming. Oh, and here we are filling in the water to make the land bridge, walkway, whatever you would like to call it. I'm just going to call it walkway, it's easier. Now we're just finishing curving some of the edges off so it looks a little bit more natural. And then we can actually get into doing some more decorating. So I'm just going to extend this brick path that I've been using, and we're going to put it over the other side as well. And this will meet towards the terraforming and the staircase that we'll put in just a second. And then for the actual land bridge walkway area, I decided to use a different code. I really like this one, and I plan to make some archways on there. We're going to use the stone arch because I did try and use a fairy light archway, but it just didn't look right. So yeah, we're going to be using the stone arch. But now we're going to make a start on doing that terraforming up to my house, because I'm going to have my house on the 3rd level. So I didn't want the stairs directly in front because it would look uneven, because if you see, I've made it actually 3 wide and the stairs in the game are 2 wide. So I knew it would look a bit strange. And then I was maybe thinking of having a staircase either side of the pathway, but I just didn't have the room. So we're going to have to make do with just one, and trust me, it will look fine when it's done. It's okay. But I couldn't have it in the middle, like I said, because it would just be uneven and it would definitely annoy me. So I'd end up changing it anyway. So we might as well just do it this way to begin with. Right, now let's go back over to the gazebos and the pergolas. And we're going to chuck down a load of trees. So we're mixing up between the cherry blossom trees and the bamboo trees. And then we're also going to chuck down a load of bushes and a load of flowers. But I'm not going to keep that in the video because that's too boring to watch. You don't want to watch me place down a load of flowers. So everything isn't just flowers, I am adding some of the bamboo fencing to the side there. I'll be doing the same on the other side as well in just a little bit, but for some reason I decided to go down the front here and make a start on that area and then go back and put the bamboo fence. But yeah, as you do, right? As you do. Now for the front area, I wasn't too sure what to do here as usual, but apparently we're not working on that area just yet. We're working on this walkway. So here we are placing down the stone arches like I said I was going to do. And I think they look really nice actually. I didn't want to put them on top of the stone code with the stones on it because you couldn't see the stone code with the stone on it. So I was like, there's no point. We're going to do it in between. Now we're just adding some more little details around this walkway. We've got some cherry blossom lanterns, also a stone stool, some cherry blossom petal piles of course, and I think that's that area pretty much complete. Now coming back over here, I didn't like how I'd placed that pine tree, so we're just going to move it and then add some flowers, some wheat fields, some bushes, all that good stuff, and some fencing. We've got the zen fencing there, just to kind of complete that little section there. And I want to put it along here as well, you know, just to kind of match the areas, I guess, match the sides. And we'll go back and finish that bit in just a second. So here we are back at the front again. I'm actually decorating this front bit now and not just wandering off to some other place. And we've got some zen fencing there just to block the areas off. Plant partitions, the bonsai stand, we got a little plant there, and also this outdoor bath. We've also got this imperial partition, and I'm just going to put down some wood code because I'm planning on making this just kind of like a bath area, I guess. I don't know, kind of like a bathing area, but an outdoor bathing area. I don't know what you'd call it, but it just sounded like a nice cozy area to have, so that's why I'm building it. By the way, you may have noticed I'm obsessed with these pine trees. I said this every video and I'm going to carry on saying it. If you're doing a Japanese inspired island, use the pine trees. Look how amazing they are. It's like having the extra tree type without having to have the extra tree, so you can put it by the water and it's amazing. It's truly amazing. I wish we had more different designs of those, different trees, like willow trees and oak trees and stuff. Like maybe in the next game? Please. But back to actually this build. So I'm going to be putting some little shoes on those benches as well, or on the floor by the benches. But we'll do that in just a second because we've wandered back off over here to decorate and put a vase down and then come back to put the shoes on. You know, sometimes I question my decorating methods. I'm like, I don't keep still in one place. Like it's very rare that I'll decorate just one area and not just wander off and go and do another area like what I've done in this video, but it's okay. It's all good. So we put down the rest of the little details there in the bathing area, and we've also done the walkway area. And now it's time to make a start on this little bit here before we actually head up the incline, because I will time travel to get the incline built because we need to decorate up there. And I want to just decorate this little section like I said first. Now for here, I'm going to pop down a lucky cat. And now I've used a black cat because if you know me and you know and you've been in my live streams, I actually have a little black cat. He has little white bits on him, and little white socks and a little white smudge on his nose, but you know, nonetheless he's still mainly a black cat, so I wanted the black cat there and I think it's cute. Slight little spoiler, but I will be using 2 more black cats in this build, so you'll see those in a second. Now we're just going to place down my house, and when I time travel you'll notice that my house has changed colour and style because I thought it would just be easier to do it in this video just like that, and there you go. I decided to go with mainly white exterior with a green roof. There's also some green on the door, which I love, and I think it looks super cute and it will look so adorable amongst the pink trees and the green bamboo. Now I'm just making these 2 little tiny little ponds, I guess you could call them ponds. And I'm doing this because once again I was thinking of maybe having another zen bridge but decided not to, and decided to do a little walkway instead because it's much easier, much better, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper on the old bells, you know, in the old bank. And yes, in the middle of those tiny little ponds next to the walkway are 2 cats. 2 more black lucky cats, and I love them. They look so cute. Now for this we're going to pretty much do the same as what we did down in the other section earlier, and that is just to use the same codes. We got the stone on the stone codes, and we've also going to use the grey square code and this stone code as well, but instead I'm not going to be using the stone archways. I was so undecided what I was going to use actually in this video. You'll see me change it a little bit as we go along, but I think what I chose in the end came out great, but you have to let me know what you prefer at the end of this video. When we get to it, I'll mention it again. So here we're just going to be fencing off my area with some bamboo fencing, and then at the back here I decided to use the vertical board fence. Now yes, red secret beach is down there and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to decorate it or ignore it and leave it. I don't know yet. I don't think it's even going to be possible to get to it, to be honest. I don't know. I think all the terraform was going to be in the way, so we may not be decorating Red Secret Beach in this series. Okay, so back to sorting out this area. We want to join the actual pathway towards my house to the incline that we have here, and we're going to be using Colin's Road, of course, this lovely bamboo road. I really like the colours of this one, actually. It's really nice and light. I was originally thinking of using a dirt coat, just a plain dirt coat, but I'm so glad that I decided to use this one instead because I'm loving it. It's so different and so pretty. Now we're going to add some wheat field around just to give it a little bit more different height in areas, you know. We're not going for overgrown, we're going for very well kept, very pretty, but also, you know, kind of flowers and nature everywhere, I guess. I don't know the best way to describe this island, okay? That's why I call it Japanese Zen garden inspired island, because I don't know what else I'd call it. Maybe Cherry Blossom Island? I don't know, maybe Japanese inspired garden Cherry Blossom Island? I don't know, it's too many words. Anyway, it doesn't matter, we know what it is. So now we're going to be decorating our little land walkway towards my house, and I thought these mum cushions were perfect here. They just look like big giant flowers, so I love those. Now I did try out these stone dog lion. Why is everything got so many words? Stone lion dog, stone statues. I did try out those, but I would end up changing those. And I also tried this bamboo grass, but it just didn't feel right to me. It didn't fit right. It just looked a bit too cluttered, too much going on. So like I said, we will be changing it. Also, another item I'm really obsessed with using, which I don't know if I've mentioned before, are these tall lanterns. They are so adorable. I wish they come in other styles as well, like different style lanterns or different style lights, but with a little candle tea light in them like these. They're just so beautiful, okay? They're amazing. Now next to my house, we're just doing a little bit of rearranging. So we're moving that bamboo tree, and we're also moving the cherry blossom tree, adding an extra one in. Also adding pine trees because I love the pine trees. It means I get to use another tree without using a tree and having to worry about space and where things are. And come on, it just looks lovely. Right, so here we are. We're back at the land bridge walkway area, and I'm going to change it over. And now hear me out. These bamboo shoot lamps look so much better, and you can actually put them on the stone coat, and they look good. They look cute and you can still see the stones. Perfect. So now that the little walkway is complete, we can actually start filling in this area. Now I didn't want to just use bushes and flowers, so I decided to use some butterfly models. I got 4 different butterfly models there, and I think you can just about see them peering over the bamboo fencing, which is so pretty, and I really like that. I definitely feel like I'm going to end up making a really big flowery area with all the butterfly models on this island somewhere. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, if I end up doing it, that is. But now that we have finished putting all that down, we've finished the build, so let's have a look around the area we have done today. So there we have it. We have finished today's build and we've looked around the area today. I am so happy with how this came out. I'm just loving all the colours. I love these little lucky kitty cats, and like I said, I'm so happy with this build today. Now, if you enjoyed today's build as well, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come and join the Jellybean family. I hope you have the loveliest of days, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!